Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Chandler, the Geek Slays, and today, I already forgot, we're doing the the Great YouTube Cook-Off. Is that what we're going with? Yeah. Doing a cooking competition against Eero. You want to see his meal, go to his channel. The judgment will be in both of our channels, but him cooking is only on his, so go check out his video. Probably linked in the description if I'm not a lazy fuck. Which, there's a good chance I am. Today's video is brought to you by me and the wonderful products on geeksgear.store. We have the Brains Are Weird t-shirts, hoodies, cups, mugs, blankets, and our newest product for the summer, the Skull t-shirt, hoodie, everything you could want with this design. I think it's absolutely magnificent. Head on over to geeksgear.store today and pick up some merch for yourself. I am going to be making fried chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, and some bougie ass carrots because I'm a bougie guy. You guys saw the Geeking Out burger. You know. Don't you? You're allowed to talk.
Okay.
Eero's my cameraman.
What up?
Yeah. The guy I'm competing against is filming my section.
I'm used to not talking when I film because, like, we always did wrestling promos and shit. So I'm used to not talking.
No. See, I like my cameraman talking because then I got someone to riff with.
Right. Mine shouldn't be as bad.
Well, no, because you don't have to play with it.
Thank God, no, because I bought it boneless and skinless.
What about mine boneless and skinless? But for a true fried chicken, you gotta pound the motherfuckers.
Right.
Take them to Pound Town.
Random piece of fat in the middle of that. What the fuck? Ivy, what are we doing?
Can't wash your hands too much, you know what I mean?
Right. That's why I do gloves, man. I detest washing my hands 100 times. I said it in the sizzling summer.
Gloves are smart.
I detest.
Gloves are smart.
But also, like, you wear the gloves long enough, they're gonna fucking rip.
That's also true.
So, especially if you buy cheap ones.
Which, you know you're gonna, because you get there. Why would I pay $20 for the fucking...
Well, that's just when you get, like, the fancy, like, black gloves. For no fucking reason.
Because they're black. That's the reason.
You got a little baby whisk if you wanna.
I'm gonna have to. But I pre-season. But I season so much.
Well, good. That's how you know your food's good.
Because, yeah, I'll season the breadcrumbs.
Oh,
then,
shit.
once I put them in the pan, I'll season again.
Yeah.
Purple's sick, anyways.
Yeah.
It's half red. You like it? It's half red.
And better than orange.
Yeah, had to show off a little bit of the fact that I am a chef. I can crack my egg with one hand. You gotta impress the, like, 4 idiots out there who don't know how to do it.
Right.
Because so many people act like it's so hard. Oh, I just shredded that one. I talk too much shit.
Ooh.
It's all about just... Now, that wouldn't work if I was trying to make eggs.
Right. Oh, good job. You bled your yolk. All right, last try.
Have you ever made an omelet? You gotta break some eggs.
Was literally just about to say that.
Fucking age of Ultron.
There you go.
I talked too much shit, man. That's all that happened. See, I don't double it.
Just one and done?
People do. Yep, you just get it real good in there. Let all of the extra leakage leak out, because leakage is gross. Yeah, get a shot of that. I know people are gonna love that.
Oh yeah.
The baby chicken fall. This is the part where I want gloves, because this makes your hands so fucking disgusting.
Yep.
Ugh. It's nasty. But hey.
Although ideally, I mean, you want like one hand wet, one hand dry. That's how you're supposed to
Oh,
do it. But
yeah, well, I'm sorry. This isn't a Michelin star restaurant. I'm here to make my food taste good.
oh,
and
but it's gonna
not
taste
be
like a
gross.
Michelin star, though.
Hopefully, that's the goal.
Hello, Beehive.
Hello, chat. How are we?
Oh, are you coming to do your judgy looking thing?
Hey, I'm just coming to find out where the food is and what is it.
Oh,
It looks dead, which is good.
oh yeah. Well, all we've got done so far is breaded the fried chicken, and half seasoned. The fuck was that? Is there a monster coming up out of your sink?
I mean, that'd be pretty killer.
So
Literally.
we're working on the chicken part of the chicken fried chicken.
Yeah, realized this pan isn't big enough to cook all of it at once, so I gotta start this chicken, get it about halfway done before I start the carrots and potatoes. So, yeah.
Cool.
Lack of big pans.
I mean, I had a bigger skillet, but it takes way longer for it to heat up.
Yeah, that'll happen. Weird ass shakers.
Well, I will let you get back to it, and then I will come back again later.
Awesome. We'll come. Oh, I'm gonna come chat with you in a minute anyways.
Cool.
As in right now. I don't know why I'm explaining this, because not eating that one.
Fumble.
Yes, sir. Now. A little over. Not black, so it works. Ooh, that was aggressive. That one looks great. Not too bad. Maybe better. Ow.
Centralized.
Yeah. Burners are stupid. So that happens.
That's why I like my flat top. Sizzling bacon, ladies and gentlemen.
One of our judges.
Smell the carrots.
Weird. They barely started cooking.
Well, your sniffer is probably a lot better than mine. I just smell the chicken.
I'm not clogged up, so.
Yeah, it's also true.
That's fair.
I will say, I'm a little surprised you don't temp your chicken. I temp everything.
I don't tempt shit.
That's the one thing that I will say I do. Like, as far as, like, measurements, fuck it.
Nope.
But,
Even-
like, temping, I always want to make sure my shit's exactly on temp.
Nope. I don't think I've tempted anything ever.
Really?
And I cook a steak
actually-
almost. And like when I make steaks, I cook a steak almost. You know what? Let's find out. What's chicken's temp supposed to be?
And so, do you not know?
Off the top of my head, no. 'Cause I don't do it.
165.
165. And what? Push it in and hold the button, or just?
No. Just once it's on,
Just
put it
in?
in. Yep. And ideally, you want to go in from the side. You want to make sure that the tip is in the
I can
middle.
do that, but also 162.
And climbing.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, no, you're golden.
I know. We're mixing oils, Francine. Francine, you T-boned me, bro.
T-boned me, bro.
We started, which is about right, which is a problem for fucking years. You're so not close. I don't like that.
So you're having a problem with the carrots.
Oh god, we're doing it that way, huh? Yeah. Cooking too slow. Cooking too slow. Like,
That went in pretty nicely.
not as nicely as you think. I didn't plan that. Hold on. Oh, well. Sorry, this isn't going back in the pot anyways, so it's fine. Excuse me, good sir. Question.
Nice.
Yeah, like not as bad as I thought, honestly. They might be a little under when I actually do them.
So the carrot may not be an issue.
Actually, maybe not. About right. We'll take some flour. And like any good chef, we will not measure a fucking thing. We'll just start with about that much, and we'll see what we need from there. Nice thing about gravy, you can always make it thicker, you can always make it thinner.
Accurate.
Somehow I did just about the perfect amount of fucking flour. Can you tell I make gravy too much?
Not a bad thing.
Sweet milky boy. Just start getting it going. Some more seasoning in there, because that is not good. It's gonna taste like flour and milk.
Mm-hmm. With a touch of chicken.
Yeah, with the little touches of chicken. That's about perfect. And I can always thin it out more when I go to plate it. Just hit it with some of that. Hit it with this little paprika. Gotta get the very odd red stuff. And then I need some black pepper. That should do. Just about good.
So I think we're about to an hour's worth of footage so far.
Jeez. Yes, I'm being lazy. Instant potatoes. I don't care. If you do them right, they taste fine.
I'd say so.
And to do them wrong, you just have to be lazy. Now we start bougifying them. First, black pepper, garlic salt. Makes them good. Makes them real good.
I'm gonna say it helps make them creamy.
Creamy and adds flavor. I'm big on flavor.
See, the only difference between me and you right now is I put paprika and a
See,
little bit of chili
I was thinking
powder.
about it. I don't do chili powder.
Well, I also
But-
throw cheese.
I would if I wasn't doing gravy. Cheese doesn't feel right. Like if I was just eating these, just plain, yeah.
Take a pound. Fucking Colby, pepper, Monterey,
There you go.
a little bit of Gruyere.
I'm gonna start with that. Put that over there because I may need more. And we're just gonna get that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need more. That is not going to do what I want to do yet. What do you think for them? Two bigger guys?
Yeah, probably.
Two biggery ones?
Anyway.
Go far one first. Close one second. Hit you with dollop taters. Some over here. Solid dollop. After we already did a dollop of Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Go
we
ahead.
should be good now.
Yep, go ahead.
Good. So go some gravy on the steak. Some gravy on the potatoes. Trying to get the presentation right too. Since apparently we might be graded on that too.
Yeah.
I don't like being graded. Work. I was hearing noises. See if I can use this.
Here, use this.
Got something better? That might work better.
Those are not good serving spoons.
Not at all.
Those are much better stirring spoons.
Absolutely. There we go. Some carrots. Today I have ain't doing that.
This is done.
That one is done.
Okay, we're gonna snap a quick picture.
I don't know. Take a picture of both. You can decide which one looks better later. I don't know.
I say I just press the top right here. I should take a photo.
I genuinely don't know. I've never done that. So maybe. It clicked, so we'll see.
Oh, here, go ahead and stop.
This part recorded.
Okay.
I would like to get first impression bites,
Yes.
and then I will turn off so you guys can eat. And then I guess from that point, you guys can converse among yourselves, and then I'll start cooking mine.
Now, is there anything special you want to say about this before we get into it?
Say, why don't you introduce it?
Okay, well, it's very basic. It's just a fried chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, sweet carrots. That's all there is to it. It's very simple.
Now, what is the gravy?
It is just chicken gravy.
Okay.
Yep.
The homemade chicken gravy, or
Yes.
see, there's a difference.
That's fair. There is a difference.
That's why I asked.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And the spice level was at a minimum for you, Sizzle.
Oh yeah, there's
Appreciate
Oh,
some
yours
black pepper.
is different than mine.
No, there's just
Oh.
basically
No, we-
for actual spices. There's black pepper.
Now he can't have like spicy.
Right. That's why I'm saying there is black pepper. So. Well, that's a good sign. Hi. That was very close to my face. I don't like that.
As it should be.
I don't think so.
It should. You have a beautiful face.
I don't know about that either. He's lying to you.
I'm not. If you want to fly again, I'll make you fly again.
God.
What, he pick you up?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that.
He does that.
Especially when him and Cam are together. Watch, there's a nobody behind you. You say, let him get a bite of everything.
Oh yeah.
It's alright, I was
Impatient.
enjoying the chicken.
All right, Beehive. First impression.
Very good.
Do you have a favorite part?
As yet, I've not settled on one.
Okay.
But again, you know, you're diversifying so many
Yep.
flavors at once that you want to have it come to its own.
And Sizzling, first impression?
I'm loving the chicken. And I'm not a big chicken fan.
Oh.
No, wait.
And
And there's another. And favorite part, if anything, so far?
So far, it's the gravy. The gravy is really nice.
There you go. All right, we'll let you finish, and then, yeah, we'll get to the judging.
All right, we're letting our competition try his.
I'm a little worried.
Potatoes first.
We have a question.
Oh, give me just a second. Oh, yeah. I'll finish filming this and then yeah. I'll be right there. Gotta get the gravy on there.
Need to make sure I get all the flavors. The chicken is really fucking good.
Awesome.
I'm in trouble.
I don't know. I know how you cook, so
Let me get a little piece without any of the gravy.
yeah.
I just want to get the flavor
Yep.
of the chicken itself. Nicely moist. Not dry, the flavor's nice.
I know it's weird that I don't use a meat thermometer, but I somehow just know. I don't know how.
I come from a kitchen.
That's fair.
That was
A
literally my job.
professional
For like,
kitchen,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was my job for 4.5 years.
And
so,
well, yeah, I worked in restaurants. They were family owned. This is how we cooked. This is what we cooked.
Yeah, and then he was just kind of dull and looking.
so when we were,
I'm not big on the carrots.
Fair.
They're nice, but
Not everybody
there's-
is.
I will say there's
The sweet carrots are interesting.
too much of a carrot taste, I think.
It's not getting it fully glazed the way I wanted it to, but that's fine.
They're not bad though. I like the taste of carrots, so
Sick.
good job.
Thanks.
when you go if we were to go to whatever restaurant and order chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes with gravy, it's gonna come out looking like it does, like it did. So it is accurate. As far as Eros, it is more of a, I'm gonna say an upper scale restaurant. It would come out looking like that rather than like Ernie's or something that would come the other way.
The difference is home style versus restaurant oriented.
Mm-hmm.
Where if I'm at home, mine's gonna look more like Geeks. Where if we're out to eat, it's gonna look more towards Ebro.
Right.
So really, in comparison, they could technically both be presentable on their own.
Yeah, because it's not exactly apples and apples. Because it's a total.
They're two different ends of the spectrum.
Right. So how do we, on presentation alone, how do we single out one from the other?
There's really no way. I mean, they're both equally present.
For its style of food.
Yes.
So that one's a draw.
Yes. Now, on chicken wise, you got two different flavors as well.
And two different versions of cooking.
Yes. I personally, I favored Geeks better.
As do I.
The flavor was better in Eros, but Geeks was not dry. It had good flavor.
You could literally cut it with a fork.
Yes.
We did that. I mean, after the first time I used my knife, I put it down and I didn't need it anymore.
Right. But Geeks also with the carrots, I feel like, well, he said he didn't have enough time, but they weren't as sweet as sweet carrots should be.
Right. Because the glaze didn't have a chance to set up.
Right.
So it did have a slighter sweeter taste.
But it still tasted more carrot.
Right. It could have been, although the carrots were done as they should. They're a little bit of crunch,
But not too mushy.
not squish, and they weren't too hard. So the carrots were pretty much spot on. It was just the glaze that needed to be. Now let's go to the vegetable. I think the steamed broccoli could have had something
Butter,
else.
something.
Butter, pepper, something to accent it a little bit more.
And that's, I agree, but it's also a taste thing. Where I can eat steamed broccoli just by itself. Butter would have been a nice little touch, like a little added piece de resistance. But I do agree, it could have. And his rice seemed a little bit overcooked on some parts.
Okay, see,
It might have been how it was sitting in the cooker, though.
right where it was in the. And I like my rice. Again, it's a preference thing.
You like sticky rice,
I like.
which I agree. I love sticky rice. It just seemed like there were some parts that got stuck to the cooker.
Okay, I didn't have any of
At
that.
least on mine.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that. So I think it's where it came out of the cooker at. Closer to the wall or whatever.
Now, Geeks potatoes.
He did say they were boxed just because of time.
But they weren't bad. They had a good flavor to them. The texture wasn't horrible.
Right.
It did make you question if they were boxed or not.
Mm-hmm.
And the gravy was delicious for a homemade gravy.
Yeah, the first bite I had of the gravy, I got a salt taste to it. But every bite after that,
There was no
I
taste
didn't
of
have
salt.
that. So I don't know if it was just the section that was there, or just my mouth getting used to the gravy.
And then you had all the sauces.
Yes.
Which was a very nice touch.
They were very good.
In the soy sauce.
You only had one, but yeah, getting the variety, providing the variety for the tofu. was a good thing. Now, the tofu itself,
Tofu was very good. I enjoyed it. It's been a while since I've had tofu, and it makes me want more.
I liked it. It's the nature of tofu not to be able to cut it without squishing. So I found that if I cut it and then come in from the edge, it was easier to
Yeah,
fork.
I used the very edge of the fork to cut it, and it just cut perfectly. So,
It had good texture. It had good flavor. So
I do feel like, because Hiro said he did soy sauce and garlic, correct?
yes,
I feel like there was less hints of garlic and more soy.
right. Agreed.
I would have liked to taste a little bit more garlic. I'm a garlic fiend.
I like garlic also.
He normally is too. I feel like he dialed it back because he wasn't sure if everybody was.
Well, I think he may have dialed it back for your palate of or your system's inability to
Do
handle
spice. But garlic's not a spice.
True, but some people still will have. I think he was concerned with that.
That could be.
Because, yeah, normally it's more garlicky.
I was about to say,
Because
it
we
was-
love garlic.
It was very light on garlic.
Yeah, I think he dialed it back because he wasn't sure of everybody's taste when it came to that.
Oh no, the more garlic, the better.
Yeah, what are we missing?
We covered the rice, we covered the broccoli, the carrots.
Do we get to rate the brownies and the cookies?
Brent wins for that anyway.
But those points go to Ero.
No, they go to you.
No, they go to you.
Those.
They go to you.
You win the dessert section of it. Yeah, I was like, let me check my notes.
Yeah, and with the chickens, with Ero's, and again, I think it's because the different one's thighs, one's breasts, and the breasts were pounded down, tenderized.
Attempted to.
Slightly tenderized. That it was more difficult to get a clean cut off of the thighs, but of course that's the nature of a thigh.
Yeah, it's the thigh meat's more stringy than it is for a breast.
So if we are judging presentation, veggie, rice or potato, and where do we include the tofu? Because there's chicken and chicken.
Well, tofu itself is considered a protein. as
Okay,
well.
so that'll go with the chicken part of
Yes.
it.
I was going to say, I judged the chicken and the gravy together, and then the chicken and the tofu together.
Because tofu is technically considered a protein or a protein replacement.
Yeah, I would definitely eat the tofu again. That was good.
Now, for Ero's rice, I know I put butter in my rice. I know it makes it a little bit less sticky, but it adds some flavor, a little bit of a flavor difference. How do you feel on
I'm the same. When I cook just rice, it'll have something in it. Of course, I could, I don't use soy sauce much.
Right.
So,
where I added the whole thing of soy sauce?
right. I just did it on the last bite. The rice was rice, so if we're comparing the rice and the potatoes,
I would choose the potatoes over the rice.
I'm thinking there they are on that one too. So chicken and tofu and chicken.
I'm going with the chicken and the gravy. And then, but I would have to go with the carrots instead of the broccoli.
And then presentation we said was a draw.
Yeah.
So we're
We're in Geek's favor. Minus presentation.
yeah, I think that's right.
All right. We'll call them in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. As you just saw, Beehive was sizzling here, which we have no idea what they were talking about when we were outside. Now we're going to let them, I guess, give us our final grade, and then the winner will be chosen. Take it away, gentlemen.
Okay, so the discussion for presentation was a little longer because we felt two different styles of product. One is a home cooked home, what'd you call it?
Country cooking. Yeah.
Type, where the other was more sit down restaurant.
Yep.
You know, if we were to go to Ernie's or
Cracker Barrel
and ask for chicken and gravy, the way it was presented was accurate for its style. If we were to go to a sit down restaurant and order the
marinated chicken with rice.
Bento box. Yeah.
the bento type stuff, the presentation was accurate for that. So to that effect, we call it a draw
Fair enough.
because it's not fair to slight one because the other because of the way. So with their categories, they were both exact presentation.
Okay.
So you're extremely accurate and therefore it's a draw.
So for the chicken, I personally thought Geeks was better. It was cooked perfectly. We could cut it with a fork, which we did take into the fact that thighs do shred differently than
Yes.
a breast does. We did feel like the garlic was lacking.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
We did feel like the garlic was an undertone instead of the soy sauce being the heavier tone.
Okay.
Like I said, I thought you probably dialed it back because you weren't sure if everybody liked garlic the way we like garlic.
Honestly, I thought I buried it.
Oh no, you could hardly taste garlic.
Really? That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your soy sauce marinade overran the garlic that you
Okay.
put in.
I will take a mental note of that one.
As far as the tofu, we put tofu and chicken together, and we put chicken together.
Just because tofu is used as a substitute protein as well.
Yeah. Yep.
The tofu, we both say we eat it again. Great texture, great flavor.
Unless you're geek.
I'm a weird texture guy, okay?
Tofu's not everyone's cup of tea, and I knew
Right.
that going into
It
this.
tasted good though. I'm not gonna lie about that. The texture was just weird.
We like the idea that tofu sometimes can be bland, regardless of what you put in it when it's cooking. The ability then to have a variety of spices available to be dipping in was a great idea. But again, it came back to flavor and it was juicy and kind of what a fork, like you said. And
Yep. Yep.
so that one went to geek.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now for the vegetables, I thought Geek's carrots were undersweet. But they're also, like you said, there wasn't the amount of time for
That's still on me
the
though.
marinade to set up.
I own that.
Or the
But we also said that the carrots were cooked exactly what as they should. They weren't too hard, they weren't crunchy, they weren't squishy, mush. They were spot on. So if it had the time to set up,
Gotta miss somewhere.
But on the other end, the broccoli was cooked perfectly, but it could have used something a little bit extra, some pepper, some little bit of butter.
Okay.
Give it that little bit of difference.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing with the rice. I personally have put butter in my rice. Gives it that little bit of sweetness, but it doesn't foil the firmness or softness of the rice.
Okay.
Yeah, along the same line with the rice. Your rice was cooked exactly as I like my rice.
Nice, sticky.
Nice, sticky, when you can squish it together with a fork and now you have a lump of rice that you can eat. And you're not chasing it all over the plate,
Yeah.
you know. So it was, for me, cooked exactly. But again, it could have used a little bit of butter or a little bit of something.
Okay.
I did get some parts that got stuck to the rice cooker.
Yeah. Probably.
The potatoes, on the other hand, were done to the point where I actually had to ask if they were box. They were, I actually, when I first ate them, I thought they were homemade or from scratch made
Mashed potatoes.
mashed potatoes. So, I will say that the first bite of the gravy that I had, I got to hit the over a salt, but subsequent bites after that, it was not there, which I think it was just getting my palate used to gravy, you know, waking it up and going, oh, you know, but the gravy itself was good.
But in the end, we decided that
Great game. What I will say, from the judging, we did damn good. Everything was cooked perfect.
Yeah.
We just missed a couple spots. But
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no, that was where I was at.
Yeah,
it was little things that could have been differently that could have changed everything.
The funniest part about you both saying the rice was could use a little something. I have rice here, but I didn't know that you guys would like it, so I didn't put it on because I didn't want that to affect the flavor of it.
Yeah, like at home when I make rice, it's butter and sugar.
GG.
So yeah, there were no glaring. It literally became.
There was nothing bad about either.
We almost had to start nitpicking
Right.
to get flaws out of each product.
Basically what we did.
Yeah.
Keeping it that close.
All right. Beehive, Sizzling, thank you both so much for judging and having to force yourself to eat our great cooking.
Hey, I want to say thank you for inviting me. That was that was an enjoyable evening.
So I would plug something for the both of them. However, neither of them are really on socials. Beehive streamed a few times. Sizzle's talked about streaming, so I'll plug whatever they have down in the description below as well. And yeah, do you have anything you want to say to the folks?
Again, thanks for coming out. I'm glad we got to do this. And yeah.
Good game. And we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.